times we're in. So, Frank, please, talk to me. With these headlines, what are your thoughts on this one?
To put forth my thoughts, I would start by establishing a fundamental.
Okay.
Permit me to do so within a few seconds or minutes as case may apply.
Go ahead.
You see, Francis Fukuyama published a piece in 2011 titled The Origins of Political Order. In that piece, he made allusions to Olson's cynical theoretical construct, where Olson affirmed government as stationary bandits. My point of emphasis is the reference to what Olson affirmed in his theoretical construct, that what you call government is actually stationary bandits, just for the sake of it. Now, our allusion is to the extent that governments are stationary bandits. Laws do not tame properly, could be much worse than any form of banditry you can imagine, whether on the loose or in the forest or anywhere. So I just said that from the outset. The detail you read about in the papers give vent to the fact that possibly, in quotes, the stationary bandits in Nigeria are not properly tamed by law. So there is a flow from top to bottom. Because what controls whatever goes on in any sphere is the political hierarchy. That's why they say politics is the peak of human affairs. Where it is wrong or defective politically, every other sphere of human endeavor will have the bite. So where policy and practice is not primed at the level of that peak that Austin described as stationary bandits, you have challenges running helter-skelter without control. That's by design. So I say that to just build upon the fact that you can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. So the something we have in this case is what I'm trying to establish. The issue of one of the pages you talked about, where the appeal by Kuka that Nigeria should not be designated as the country of concern. I wish that statement were worthwhile. Yeah, for him it's worthwhile, no doubt. He's a great man. He's a detribalized Nigerian, a patriot of repute, a man of distinction. But sometimes I actually used to pray, or I wish that people like Father Kuka were in the political space and could steer the ship of state. Because I'm sure that somebody like that, with that his political orientation, he fits into the mold described by Plato in the Republic, where he published the Philosopher King. People like Kuka fit into that mold with all the expertise and ideological renown to make things happen. But unfortunately, they're not in the political space to impact on policy and practice. So that's why I said that saying it is wonderful, but who implements it? The people you are talking to don't listen to what people say in the papers. The governments that want to put Nigeria on their list of country of concern, they are not considering Father Kuka and other men of renown in this country. What they look at are this and practice of the day. In Nigeria today, insecurity, it didn't start on Latin ago, unfortunately. It has been on the increase since 1999. It blossomed towards the end of Obasanjo's time, and it was the unique gap that it has today in Buhari's time, especially. Jonathan's time, it's gained momentum, and it has been on the rise. This side, which I think justification of those people to put Nigeria on the list of countries of concern, is that there is no clear effort by government to make change. And why did I say that there is no clear effort? Nigerian government takes this for granted. You know that the saying that a straw broke a camel's back, it didn't gain momentum because it can break a camel's back. It is because every other thing that has hit the camel made impact. But when those things hit the camel, they were taken for granted. A hammer hit the camel, it was taken for granted. A vehicle hit the camel, it was taken for granted. But everything that hit it made an impact. Only for all of a sudden, a mere straw that cannot even impact a broom to break a camel's back. That is the story of Nigeria. Because government is not strategic enough. There isn't requisite seriousness that showcases that government wants to bring about change. Government still wears the gap of arrogance. That aloofness. They are so separate from the people. government will operate. I've said it over and over and again. This is 2026. It will only make things worse. The best we can get in this political practice is once in a while a few steps forward, but there is always guaranteed more steps backwards going on and on and on, because the system is run in such a way that sustainability is not guaranteed. Law enforcement is not prioritized. Government does what it's like, rather than priming the fundamentals of separation of powers that is very important for democracy to thrive. Government is managing the fact that you have an arm of government and two appendages for the sake of those in power.
All right then. All right then. Oh well. Thank you very much, Frank. I don't know if you can hear me. Well, Barrister, let's come to you now.
On the same topic?
Yes, on the headlines that we've reeled out already. I mean, we talked about, the promise of 20 million naira to local governments with the highest voter register, and also Nigeria as the country of concern.
There is no need for the promise of 20 million naira because Lagos have been colonized already. So
no. It's saying that the local governments with the highest voter register.
All of them belong to APC, so there's no need.
No, but Barrister, you don't get the story.
Which story?
There is
the highest register. What are they registering for? All the
voter registration taking place.
Look, all the
local government that has the highest will be compensated. Is it the job of the local government to get the highest, or the residents in that locality?
Where is this?
Is it voter registration based on those that have attained 18 that reside within the local government?
All this thing will boil down.
Can it be conjured?
Yes.
I think the meat of this story is that, look, what the government is trying to do is
encourage people to
encourage, the state government.
But don't put money forward as a compensation.
No, that is the issue now. That is the issue. Why would you compensate people? But I think on the other hand, is there anything wrong in that and say, look, if you record the highest number of registered voters, will be compensated? It's for the local government.
The problem I see
people.
Now look at what happened.
Interesting. The problem I see in that. Sorry, the problem I see in that is they might have some conjuring done to ensure that they get the highest.
Get the highest. That is
and they will not have fictitious names.
That is the downside of it.
Yes.
Even at that.
With the system in place, how could you do fictitious names? Maybe underaged. Maybe underaged people, because so long as there is a thumbprint, a biometric, and all of that, and if you do twice, the system will reject it.
The real reason behind this thing is what everybody is neglecting here.
Which is?
In the last two elections conducted in Lagos State, there is a voter apathy. Nobody was coming out. It's on record. Nobody came out.
I mean the local government.
I mean the other one, the general election. How many people voted in Lagos out of 20 million people? And you have 6 million voter registration. How many did they show?
It's always like that.
No. For Lagos State, listen. For Lagos State, it shouldn't have been.
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
Is Lagos different?
It's supposed to.
But with the population it has never been.
With the population of Lagos, you don't expect the same level of voter awareness in Imo State or elsewhere to be the same thing with Lagos State. No.
Let us look at Lagos, Rivers, and Kano. Is it not the same pattern? The percentage?
No, it is not. Because we expected more from Lagos. That's what I'm telling you here.
That is the question. Why would we expect more from Lagos?
Because since the past 24 years, 25 years, which party dominated Lagos? Tell me, which party? So traditionally, in your domain, everybody should have been on the same page with you. But they are not coming out. Can't you see it?
I think we are mixing up things here.
We are mixing what?
We are talking about voter registration.
And
so?
So, do you need to cajole them with 20 million naira?
But that is what they are doing, so that people will come out and register.
Because people are not coming out. That's the reason. If they are coming out as expected, will you do that? Is it not
people are coming out because the last time
who come out?
The last time we checked the states that are topping the registration, You know,
Borno and Lagos.
Borno and Lagos. Yes.
To vote.
Yes, voter registration. You have to register first before you go and vote.
Oh my God! Look, when you are talking of voter registration, I say, do you need to cajole Lagos before they can come out?
That is what they are doing.
Because that means they are not coming out.
Barrister, they are coming out now.
If they are coming out, you need to cajole them with.
They want more. They want more people to come out.
You have started now. No. If they are already there, you don't need all this thing now. Look at the last local government election. Even the party members, they were embarrassed that nobody came out. They were embarrassed in Lagos that is dominated by APC. Is that not where all these things coming up?
Okay,
as for this other one in America, Moses and Okoro, they will not listen to Nigeria. In a matter like this, where your integrity as a nation is at stake, you don't send emissaries, you go yourself. That was what Ramaphosa did in South Africa when there was this killing of blacks and all that. And Malema went to the US and blew the lid open. Ramaphosa had to go personally in the White House to disabuse the mind of our Americans. In a matter like this, you don't send them emissaries. And you see this thing they are going to do now. It will turn out the same way Amnesty International said what they said in the Southeast about the killings there. Remember, they were telling Amnesty International that no, this is not like that. They said they stand by their statement. There was extrajudicial killing in the Southeast, that they have all the record, everything, villages that were sacked. The federal government was trying to persuade them, no, they said no. This is the same thing they're going to get in America because it is documented.
Right.
When we are crying out here, did anybody listen to us? Did I not say that this killing that is one-sided is going to turn out? Some people say, after all, some Muslims are killed. How many? If you kill 200 Christians and kill 1 or 2 Muslims, can you now say that after all Muslims were killed? All these things that have been going on for 15 years now, go and look at the record. The people that are heavily affected, if not Christians. Is there any other Muslim state in the north that have been dealt with like Plateau and Benue? Mention the one. Where is the other state, Muslim state that people are occupying their villages now, renaming it, taking over their farm and their homestead? Is there any? No, is there any? These are facts. So they will not listen to them, and I don't even want them to listen to them.
Okay, let's get to another headline now. Very interesting one here. Diri delays APC move amid Silva Logbobiri power talks. So basically, let's go a little deeper into the story. The Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doye Diri, is reportedly delaying his planned defection to the ruling All Progressives Congress as internal negotiations among key party leaders, including former Governor Timipre Silva and Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Heineken Logbobiri, continue over control of the party structure in the state. The development has heightened political tension in Bayelsa, with the People's Democratic Party, PDP, insisting that Diri's exit amounts to a betrayal of the mandate on which he was elected. While the APC is working behind the scene to finalize the reception plans in Yenagoa. So we have, gentlemen, Barrister Frank Chukwuma, we have a governor who resigned from his party last week, resigned from the PDP, and he's currently without a party.
Partyless.
But he's still a governor.
And the 23 members of the State House of Assembly
resigned with him.
Resigned with him alongside.
At least that was what he said.
And nobody is looking into it.
Frank, what say ye?
You see, I was laughing when you made the comment. It is Nigeria. Like one of the persons said, it's a Nigerian thing. You see, when you are in a system where nations are built on laws, When you have nations where laws are not given the pride of place, you should know that whatever it is you imagine may be what will come to the fore. And so that's why some of these dramas are playing out. I said it before that there will be more and more of such stuff. So before I even get the nail on the end of this, I concur with the distinguished barrister in the studio. Lagos, you can't compare Lagos with any other state in Nigeria. Lagos enjoys a special metropolitan status that no other state enjoys. Everywhere in Lagos is covered and accessible, motorable. There is not Kano, not River State enjoys that apart from their capitals. So Lagos should not be compared with others in terms of registration or turnout or anything. So I agree with him in total on the point I raised on that note. Now coming to the Baisa stuff, Nigeria is what it is. The governor is there from his party. He's a serving governor without a political party right now, with members of the House who don't have political parties. Anyway, I'm not a lawyer. I'm sure the distinguished barrister can throw light on that more. Because in my ignorance, I can't understand it. Even if it's temporary, because I don't know the law, but I know that by the little I know of our constitution, for you to be a governor, you must be a member of a party. So you will get to that point. The barrister will help us out.
Barrister.
So the way the guy made his choice.
Let me shine in on this.
Go ahead, please.
Mr. Moses and Okoro, listen very well. Do you know one of the reasons why interim government of Shoneko failed? When Babangida was leaving Aso Rock, he did not sign in Shoneko. He just handed whatever and left. Because the protocol is that you will sign in the incoming, then you now sign out. The reason is because 1 minute, 1 second of vacuum is not expected in government. 1 second is not expected. There must be somebody
At time.
at a time.
Is that the reason why the interim
I am coming now. Wait,
okay.
I don't rush things. So, because of that thing that Babangida did without signing Shoneko, that was why Gani Fahimi went to court and declared that Shoneko is an illegal interim government. And the court said concord. He said yes. The court said yes. It was after that time that they now went to court. They said no. It's already done. That was what the federal government and Abacha took over. Single reason. Because you are not expected. We are talking of a government. A government, there should be no vacuum. So
Barrister, that vacuum existed for more than 9 months.
Sorry?
If on the premise of the argument now that Babangida didn't sign,
But he was shut down. Yes.
Abacha could have shut him down anyway, even if it was signed with blood.
The fact remains that he went to court.
And the court, Barrister, which court? In the military, which court are you talking about?
Hold on.
I thought you even wanted to say.
Hold on. Are you telling me you didn't know how we share a government failed? You didn't know.
It failed because Abacha pushed him out.
No.
Booted him out.
Listen to go and read the story. This is
I thought what you wanted to say.
No. Go and listen very well.
Barrister,
it was that time that Abacha went to Shoneko and said, "You government have failed, and there should be no vacuum." Shoneko quietly left. It was not overthrow. It wasn't. It was a court order that shut down Shoneko's government. Go and read the story.
Let me tell you, I thought you wanted to say that, look, that the mistake that Babangida himself made, whether it was mistake or it was pre-planned, was to have left Abacha in government. He should have returned with Abacha.
No. That was not the issue. What he did helped because he deliberately did that thing.
Barrister, do you know that technically speaking, Babangida was removed through a coup? You know why? Technically speaking, it was arranged that Babangida will, on that day that he pulled out of the military, that he was going to pull out with the service chiefs. But that didn't happen. He was surprised when he got there at the parade ground. He saw Abacha and others of military attire. So why didn't Abacha live with them? That was a technical coup against Babangida. Babangida wept.
No,
he wept in private.
No. He had the opportunity
to
and
do
the
what?
power
Opportunity to do what? When he said
to
that
pull out all this army general, but he did not.
he could not. He couldn't have. He couldn't have. He had lost power within the military that time. And look at the man that said in his book, he said, "Look,
I would not like us to deviate from.
No, what I'm saying is that we are talking of Dirio.
Yes.
That
yes.
vacuum in
So let's
government.
come back to Dirio.
I even wanted to say, as the issue of, are we not running independent candidates? Because they have been independent for how many days now? For close to 1 week.
Almost a week, yes.
And so what I'm asking now is under a civilian administration, this thing happened, and nobody have done anything. Not even to challenge it or say anything. That's what I'm going. That way I'm going.
What does the law say?
About you leaving the platform
yes.
on which you were elected into office.
Without officially decamping to any.
It means that there is no government.
In Bayelsa State.
Yes, that's the reason. That's just the simple definition. There's no government there now. There's no government. And anything can happen. But because it's a state, it may not be important. Imagine somebody in Abuja doing this type of thing. What do you think will happen?
So can anybody sue? Can anybody sue?
Somebody can go to court. That's what I'm saying now. I don't know what the PDP are even doing. That's why I told that this opposition, they are very lazy, seriously. APC will not miss this opportunity. They will blow it to high heaven. This I don't know whether they cast a spell on them. The thing that they should use for political campaign, they are not talking, they are not doing it. How can that happen in a state? And the man is even signing documents. Signing documents.
Of course, he's still signing papers. Projects are still.
Look at that.
Governance is still going on.
But look, there's no definition for this. If you go to the constitution, it has no provision for this. The constitution has no provision for this. So there is no government in Bayelsa as I talk to you now. There's no government.
All right. Some more headlines here. Amokutan resumes next week ahead of Anambra polls. MDAs under fire as FG probes TSA violations. MDAs under fire as federal government probes Treasury single account violations.
All right, now, these violations, how did they happen? Where are they coming from? Because I thought that the TSA, the
Treasury
single account was, it's a tech thing, that there's a central collection point for all the monies, except that they are bypassing the TSA,
I think that's what it is, because MDAs complain about developments, lack of it, because when monies are gotten and the monies are paid directly to the TSA, you can't get them out to do anything. You can't get them out to buy diesel or do repairs. The monies are
so they are now circumventing it,
I think that's probably what has been happening.
What it could be, because I also remember that I have children in the university, and when I say, okay, have you generated remitter for this? They say, no, Daddy, we don't pay this through remitter, we pay direct to the university account. Okay. So what it means is that
I wonder.
There's a circumvention going on.
There's some kind of circumvention
going on. Some agencies were exempted, like FTC.
In the FCT.
Yeah.
So what are they probing?
I wonder. I said corruption is all over the place. In fact,
okay. Let me read this, and then we'll continue with our analysis. It's a very short report. It says the federal government, through the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, has ordered all ministries, departments, and agencies to submit their statements of account in commercial banks. The government said the move was part of its plans to maintain financial discipline. This was disclosed in a memo signed by the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogunjimi, which was obtained by the correspondent of this paper. This is the Punch. Yes, this is the Punch newspaper. Ogunjimi, in the memo, expressed grievance over the continuous usage of commercial banks by MDAs, despite an earlier directive ordering MDAs to close such accounts and focus on the use of the Treasury single account, domiciled in the central bank. Recall that the government in February mandated MDAs to stop the use of commercial banks as it opposes the framework of the TSA. So it's the circumvention that we talked about. And the reason for this, like I said earlier, is because sometimes they need to get funds out to continue running the agencies.
And it's very hard for them to do.
Very difficult to do once the money is getting to the
they have
NDAs.
exhausted their allocation. That's just the truth. It will even be worse now that the finance minister is not around. Wale Edu is not around. So
No, he's back.
Minister
He's
of
back.
State.
sorry.
He's back. He's back in the country.
Has he resumed?
Well, I don't know if he has resumed officially, but he's back in the country.
The
He
last
was,
time I heard was that he was flown abroad.
he's back in the
Director,
country.
he's back.
He's back in the country.
No, but the important thing is that there is also a Minister of State. And in his absence, Yemi Cardoso was asked to stand in.
At the IMF meeting.
Have you seen him, or you are told that he's back?
Barrister, we've seen him. He's back in the country. He attended
I
a
seem to believe
function.
everything that comes
He
out
attended
from
a function the other day. He's back in the country. He's well, hale and hearty. And he's attending functions with photo ops taken. Whether he has resumed or not, I don't know. But he's back in the country.
Oh.